Dude mode. Operating at max efficiency. Operating at max efficiency.
Hey guys, welcome back to the third episode of the Max Efficiency Podcast. Today, I, your host, Andy, am with one returning guest and two people who haven't been on the podcast before. Everyone introduce yourselves, guys.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Come on, guys.
I'm back. I'm here. I'm here again. Go watch the first podcast if you want to know what I'm all about. All right, guys. That's it. Plug the last video. We're good.
I'm Noah.
Great. My name is Matt, aka Rusok, aka Koser, aka Rusok Live, aka Matt, and I'm here with Dude Mode today, and I'm one of the editors on the channel, and I was also in the TTT video. Go check that out.
That's not out yet.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No.
Hey,
Shut up, dude. Don't test my mind. I have the greatest mind of this side of the generation.
also,
I cannot even begin to imagine.
Did you say there was only one returning person?
Yeah, it's me. You were on the other podcast.
You're on the
Oh,
other
wait, there-
podcast. There's
Getting
two.
High podcast. So is
There's
he.
I was
Two.
also on the Getting High podcast.
So was
Yeah.
I. On the same
Oh.
episode as him.
All I know is
Yeah,
I wake up
true.
at 1:30 and know I have to be up.
that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
about it. All right. Well, that's everyone, and I'm your host Andy, aka HaiDucN. Today, we're gonna be talking about dreams, goals, careers, and stuff like that. But first, before we even get into any of
Deep
that,
stuff.
before we get into any of that kind of stuff, we're going into another segment, a little bit of an icebreaker, a little bit more of a fun little thing to do that I like to call rapid fire thoughts. Rapid fire thoughts. I will give you guys a series of 5 categories. I'll give each and every one of you a different set of 5 categories. I want you guys to say the first thing that comes to mind. Do not elaborate until the end. Sound good?
Yeah.
It's kind of like therapy.
It's definitely not, but okay.
I
Close enough. Close
It's
enough.
like the ink blot test, right?
Rorschach.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Rorschach kind of sounds like
yeah.
Rusok.
It does. I made it up.
The Rusok.
You know what? I'm just gonna give it to him just so we can keep moving. Just so we can keep moving forward.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you
so
very
we're
much.
gonna go in the order of Chris, Noah, then Matt. Does that sound good? Just because that's the easiest way to go on the screen. Is everyone okay with that?
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
so wait, what do I do? I just like
So
say
I will
stuff
give
that's
you-
for
on
last, huh?
Yeah, you say the first thing that comes to mind. Do not
Okay.
elaborate until we get through everyone.
Yeah.
And then if we
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
go
yeah.
over something that was said, then
Sure.
we can go over that. All right, you ready, Chris?
Yeah.
All right, trees,
Irish potato famine.
pencils,
Notebooks.
fears.
Irish.
Ostriches.
Okay, cell phones,
Plane explosion.
the fuck. All right, glass,
Hold on.
you're thinking too hard.
No, I just my mind is blank. Oh,
Classic.
pencils.
Okay. There's definitely a couple I want to go back on that one for.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say Irish potato famine for like all of them.
Oh,
I was like fully prepared to hear that 5 times.
I mean, technically, I feel like you can link anything to the Irish potato famine. It's like that game where you have to get to Hitler
Yeah,
from like Wikipedia from like any other thing except with an Irish potato famine.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, so on like
Yeah.
Wikipedia, you just go to any random page and you try to get to Hitler, and a lot of times you can do it in like less than 10 clicks.
That's ridiculous. All right,
Uh-huh.
we're doing that after this. After
Okay.
after you
God.
record this, we're doing that. All
I
right,
thought you
no,
meant
are
on
you?
the podcast?
No, I'm not gonna pull it. I'm not gonna pull that up on the podcast. All right, no, are you ready?
As ready as I'll always be.
All right. Books.
Stupid.
Feet.
Hot.
Italian food.
Luca.
Okay. Chopsticks.
Racist.
Fire.
Money.
Wait, okay. All right. Okay, Matt, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be, Andy.
You
Alright,
can't say that.
cats.
I already said that.
What'd you say, Andy?
I said cats.
Cats? Meow.
Spiders.
Ah!
France.
Bread.
Apples.
Oranges.
Mountains.
Weed.
Okay, all right. Why? Now that we've gone through the three of you,
Okay.
why weed on the mountains?
Because mountains are high.
Oh.
Oh,
But,
Wow.
oh my god.
Wow.
I got
Why
it.
didn't
Thank
I
you
see
very
that one
much.
coming?
The Rusok
Thank you
pun.
very much.
I didn't put it together until the end there. Thank you.
That's fine. I just had to explain it. It makes sense.
Chris, why did you say Irish potato famine for the trees?
Okay, my thoughts jumped so quickly from are there trees in Ireland? Ireland, Irish potato famine. And it just like so I guess my first thought was Ireland, but right
Why would
after.
Ireland.
So
Because
there was a
I-
bit of a train of thought, yeah.
Yeah, well I was thinking like where do trees not exist? And then like I was like, are there trees? Like are there a lot of trees in Ireland? And I was like, damn, like the Irish potato famine was a tragedy.
Damn,
And-
bro. That Irish
Yeah.
potato famine, though.
That was yeah, that's very
Yeah.
sad. Very, very sad.
So yeah, that
Um,
was the reasoning.
Okay. And then are you actually afraid of ostriches?
Oh god. Like kinda, yeah. I feel like they're okay. Think about how terrifying an ostrich actually is, right? You know how big they are? And how fast they can run? Like here, I need to what is the top speed of an ostrich?
Have you ever seen an
They
emu?
lay some chunkers of eggs.
Yeah, true. They're like dinosaurs. 43 miles per hour.
It's not fast.
Chris, have
I
you ever
run
seen
that.
Have you ever seen an emu?
Like not in real life.
I feel like emus are scarier than ostriches.
They
look
might
like-
be.
They look like ostriches that are on like crack. It's kind of
I'm
freaky.
looking
Let's
this
see. What is the top speed of an
I gotta
emu?
grab the phone.
48 kilometers per hour.
Oh, the
Yeah, but
red
you gotta-
iPhone. I see it.
You
They also
gotta-
go
Yeah.
after- They also
it
go
up.
after like shiny things. So if you go there and you're like wearing like a watch or a necklace, they'll like peck at it and try to take it.
Yeah. no,
Yo.
their
Oh,
faces
emus are
do
disgusting.
look much scarier. They're
Oh, yeah, that's
terrifying.
disgusting.
Maybe I'll change my answer to emus. Honestly, I'm like less afraid of ostriches now, knowing those things are out there.
Knowing
Emus are
that
just
emus
like
exist.
they're scary.
And
I could
if
fight
my
an emu.
yeah, I think they can
Take
also
that as you
run
will.
faster.
Would you win? Or would you just
Would I
fight one?
win?
Yeah, you
If
just
you
said
even
I
have
would
to
fight
ask that
one.
question, if you have to ask that question, then it's already over. But yes, I would very much win against an emu. I could
Alright.
fight put me up against any animal, I would literally win.
Crocodile.
Win.
A hippo.
Win.
Blue whale.
Andy.
A blue
I-
whale?
Blue whale or Andy or both. Both. I'd win.
So, yeah, yeah.
Yo, of course you'd win. I'm a twig. It doesn't
well,
matter.
you said it.
You can snap me in half. All three of you could probably snap me in half. Actually, I don't know about Noah. the two over here could definitely snap me in half.
I think that Noah could like lay you across like two boards and then just jump on your stomach and then you'd like split.
Oh
you know?
my
I feel
god.
like that's with almost
Like
anyone.
he'd use his brain. Okay, true, but like that still applies. It's just a new method of fighting.
So I could snap Terry Crews in half.
Maybe not. He's not
Maybe not
human.
Terry Crews. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that man is just a brick.
I love
That man
Terry
is just all muscle. He's just unbreakable.
Exactly.
Unbreakable. That human being is a specimen.
Like Kimmy Schmidt.
I don't even know who that is. Wait, who?
That's never mind. Don't even worry about it. If you don't get the reference, yeah, it's not. It's already over.
Is it not for us? Are we just stupid?
You just don't watch television, I guess.
I
Mr.
guess not.
Editor Boy.
It's with Ellie Kemper. It's a TV comedy. Anyway, that's fine.
I think another thing I wanted to ask was, Noah, why did you say money when I said fire?
I'd like to say it's because when things burn down, I feel like a lot of people do the insurance thing where it's just like, oh yes, I will make lots of money from burning down my own house, but it's honestly because I looked up and saw like 3 ones on my countertop. So I just said money.
Dollar bill.
You said the first thing, I just went, oh look at that.
Look at that money. And then obviously we're aware of why you said racist when I said chopsticks.
I'm like,
I think that one's a little on the nose.
I was like,
Yeah.
Andy's saying chopsticks. Andy's Asian. I'm Asian. Racism.
Yeah. That's, you know what? That's fair.
I see race. And you should too.
In fairness, I set up these questions so I didn't think about how everyone was going to be on the screen. So I set it up to be Noah's list of questions was first, and then it was going to be Matt's, and then it was going to be Chris's. But I was like, well, this just makes more sense. So then I just, yeah. So initially Matt was supposed to get the chopsticks one.
Oh shit! What was the last word you asked me, by the way?
Glass.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Saturday
See, that
Night
one
Live.
makes sense.
Wow. Yeah.
I think it's Saturday Night Live Christmas. You know, it's the guy. He's got like the bag of broken glass. He's like showing all the different toys.
That's what that is?
Yeah, he's like,
Okay.
oh, you know, he's
yeah.
little Timmy a bag of broken glass. You know, you can dump out the glass. You can play with it. You can put the plastic bag over his head. You know.
Okay, so now I understand what this Christmas gift was.
Did someone give you a bag of broken glass?
Do tell,
No
Andy,
way.
please.
So my family on my dad's side, we did a white elephant. I don't know if you guys know what that is. So everyone brings a present, and then you like put them all in like a pile or whatever, and everyone like grabs a present. You can open it, and then afterwards you can like trade it with. You can choose to like steal someone's gift if they've opened it already, or you can just go and open your own present. And so my cousin put a bag of broken glass in his gift, and I ended up with it. And I was just like, I don't get this. I feel like there's some humor to it. I just don't get it. And so for about a year afterwards, I had just had a bag of broken glass in my bedroom, and then I finally threw it out. But yeah, no, suddenly this makes sense.
You never
so
just
thank you,
Google
Noah.
bag of broken glass.
Also, why
you
did you
could
just
just
do it for like
Googled
a
it.
year?
I
Or you
kept it
could
for a
have
year
asked him,
because
hey,
I'm
why did you
stupid.
put a bag of broken glass in here?
No, because then he'd just laugh at me, and he
You
wouldn't
had
tell
so
me.
many. You had so
Oh,
many.
of course. That makes too
You
much
had
sense.
so many opportunities to figure
There's
out what that was.
no way.
But
Yeah,
you
I
chose
did.
None of them.
Yeah.
You
that's
chose
fair.
none of them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Did you use the
Andy's
glass
the
for
ask
anything?
questions later.
No, I just threw it out.
No,
I
Andy
just
said
had
never
it for
ask
a year.
questions and throw it away.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I can't really argue that, and I can't really. Fuck. Well, I think that concludes rapid fire thoughts. Chris, some of your answers were just fucking absurd. You
What?
other two
Like-
made sense. What did you say
the
for pencils
notebooks
again?
one. Notebook.
Oh, you said notebook.
I
That was
don't really
normal.
say anything
That makes
interesting.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you said cell phones and plane crash, which
Oh, it's because of the Samsung. I think like the S6.
The
when it,
lithium
started
battery or
Yeah,
exploding.
yeah,
Yeah, like exploded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if it exploded on a plane and then like the plane
kinda-
just crashes.
Yeah, I kind of got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy.
I guess I'm just stupid. I guess I'm just not in the loop about most things.
Guess you should have googled it.
Oh.
If the viewers haven't already learned from the last 2 podcasts.
Last 2 podcasts,
What
and then
podcast are
my
we on?
podcast as well. We're on episode 3 for max efficiency. So yeah. So this is only
Oh, does
episode
that mean
3.
at the intro, this one is gonna be the robot like dude mode efficiency thing?
I'm
Yes.
sorry. You wanna run that?
Awesome.
Yes.
It's the same.
I-
It's the same
Rusok,
max
can you do that
efficiency
for me?
intro every time, Matt.
You know,
So can you do that again?
no. I mean, if Rachel wants my voice line for the intro, I could gladly do it for her. But
Like the SpongeBob thing that we did for the TTT video.
yeah, for the
It
TTT
turned
one,
out great. Yeah.
That was fucking amazing. That was great.
that was absurdly great, fantastic content.
All right, let's move on.
Yes,
let's move on and let's talk about our
Please.
career paths and let's talk about like our majors
God.
and what we're going for and all that stuff. So, if you guys want to go through about like what your major is, if you haven't said so already, and then like what career path you want to take it down, let's start with that. So I'll start, I guess. I'm Andy. I'm a biology major, and I
Hi, Andy.
have no idea what my career path is because there's a lot of different
Andy.
shit. I hate you. You guys are dumb. All right, Chris, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. Well, also, why did you say that you're Andy? Because we know you're Andy at the beginning of the video.
So I was making fun of him.
It's like, you're the
Hi,
host.
Andy.
You know what? No,
okay.
I'm Borgman, and that's
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm Andy.
No one's gonna get that reference.
Nobody is gonna get that.
nope,
reference,
no
but
one's gonna
it's
get
okay.
it.
All
I'm
right,
Because you know
anyways,
what's the best about podcasts? Inside jokes.
That's true. That is true.
I thought he was just trying to say like Burger Man, but really weird.
I am.
I mean,
You
that's
know what?
kind
I'm
of
that
what it
too.
is, yeah,
I am that too. Yes.
he makes a mean burger.
I'm hungry.
Heard it here
True.
first.
I'm hungry. I could go for a burger, honestly.
We should go get burgers after this.
Can we just go
That's
right now?
all
That's
separately.
not at all possible. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah.
This podcast, like, actually,
Um,
do we have to do this? Can we just all go get burger?
Yeah, let's just go.
What am I talking about?
I
I
don't
had a
know.
stroke
I'm
halfway
gonna
through
start
that sentence.
explaining my.
Noah's out.
Oh, he's going. Oh my.
He's gone, guys.
Oh, he's back.
GG.
That was a quick burger. Fast
Uh-huh.
burger. All right.
Oh yeah, I'll get.
I'm gonna get on to explaining my career path now.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
guess.
forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm going into I'm focusing in cinematography. Like I'm going to film school. Focusing in cinematography. I want to do like cinematography for like documentaries. Like I do. Yeah, Matt's got it. Look at that. He's got
It's like
the
an
guy.
anime, like,
Yeah.
like ching. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I do know what you mean, Matt. But yeah, I want to do like cinematography for like ideally like nature documentaries. That way I also get to like go explore stuff, but then I can also like, you know, camera. And yeah.
Rock.
So yeah. And I could see some cool stuff like penguins. That would be cool. Filming penguins.
Yeah.
Imagine. Like those Nat Geo guys like are really cool because they just like they're intense. Like some of the stuff they do. They'll hike like miles and miles with like all their camera equipment like in the Arctic or something just to find like a seal.
I just like the pictures of like pictures of photographers, but then like animals coming up and like sitting on their head or like standing on their camera. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Those are funny.
Like a
Lions
chipmunk.
will like roar to like scare people sometimes. It's kind of funny. Like you'll see like videos of like lions like roaring to like scare photographers and they just
Yeah.
like do a cheesy smile.
Did you know that like the way you distinguish like a big cat from like a regular like animal is if they can roar? It's
Really?
like that, so it's a big cat, not just saying like, oh, it's a big cat, but it's like distinguishing like the type of cat as a big cat. So not all big cats are big. It's just as long as they can roar.
Andy, can you roar?
Can Andy roar?
I fucking knew this was
Dude,
happening.
Andy's a big
Andy
cat.
can be a big cat.
Are you a big
Big
cat?
Andy.
No, sorry, I can only. That's the best cat noise I can
my
make.
Not a big cat. Not a big cat.
No, not a big cat. Not a big cat.
But some like non-big cats are bigger than big cats. Because
kinda
they can
hot.
roar.
Can I
So
just say it real quick? Every time Chris tries to explain something super basic or like do anything basic in real life, his first thing he always does is goes ooh ah, and then says whatever is that basic thing.
Yeah.
So like if Chris is cooking food, he's like, oh, I'm gonna add a pinch of this, pinch of that, and ooh ah, pan on fire or something like that. Like that's just how Chris talks. And so he just said ooh ah, camera. Like we're supposed to understand what he means. And I love that about
because I'm like a caveman. It's like me use camera. Ooh,
yeah, exactly.
Click shutter button. Take pretty photo. Like that, you know?
Yeah, like caveman would understand how to use cameras, and I love it.
Because that's what would happen. If you know those like books, like if you give a moose a muffin, if you give a caveman a camera.
I always like if you give a mouse a cookie.
Mouse and cookies.
That was like the
That's
best
the
one.
OG. That's the OG one, right?
That's easily the best one.
If you give a
And
pig
that's
a
what we're about
pancake.
here on Dude Mode. OG.
I
Yes.
remember the Pick a
Cookies,
Pancake one too. Yeah, that one's good.
I don't remember
All
that one.
all
pretty
solids, all
fire.
classics, but
Class.
mouse and
No
cookie,
liquids.
mouse and cookies better.
True.
All right,
Anyway,
Noah,
I guess I'll go now.
okay,
Or Noah
yeah.
would go.
Yeah.
Well, I used to be a game art major, and I was studying to be a concept artist. And I realized that I like drawing, but I don't want to draw for 8 hours a day every day because that doesn't sound fun. And so now I'm going with my backup plan, and I'm back in my hometown studying to be a math educator at the high school level and possibly college level, because then I will have summers and weekends off, and I will have the time I want to play Magic and draw things on the internet when I want to.
Hell yeah.
It's hentai.
Fucking
Those things are-
trigonometry.
Yes, the things are hentai, by the way. I draw hentai.
I'm glad you just came out with it this time instead
I mean,
of
last
just.
time we kind of just took a bit to say it, so it's like, we'll just get it out of the way. Yeah, it's just easier that
Teach
way.
math, buy cardboard, draw
Draw
hentai.
hentai. Yeah, you get a shirt that says
Perfect.
all three. That'd be perfect.
That,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
I don't think
That'd
I can wear
be
that to school.
Cool.
Maybe not. At least you're not teaching like middle schoolers, right? At least like
Middle
at least
school.
that's
Apparently,
not
middle
the goal.
schoolers suck. Like I've heard that. Like
Well,
teaching middle
yeah.
schoolers are terrible.
What?
I mean, think about middle school. Think about like how you were in middle school. Like all of you. Think about how you were in middle
I'd
school.
rather not.
Would you want to teach that? No.
By the way, my burger's on the way.
Oh.
You actually ordered food? I love it.
Needed a
If we
burger.
could have this podcast, if
We
we
could
could do it
talk about
long enough
burgers.
to where Noah, Noah eats on camera, that'd be great. That'd be
Talk-
everything I could ever hope for.
Let's see,
I
it says the
mean-
burger's gonna be here in like 30 minutes.
I mean,
All
we're
right.
only 22
Gotta go for
minutes
another-
in, so we should be good.
Oh,
We should be
cool.
good to keep
Talk to me.
going. All right, Matt, you
Um,
ready?
Real quick, I just want to touch on. So Noah, as a high school or college math teacher, could you possibly teach calculus and help the students learn calculus by drawing little hentai figures of them doing math, so that they can in turn find an engaging way to learn calculus? Because I think if my professor in high school was like, here in AP Calc, we're gonna look at some hentai doing math, I think I would actually learn AP Calc.
As much as I'd want to, I don't think the school would allow that.
That's unfortunate. See, I was thinking that, but
I would maybe draw like
I think
maybe
it'd
I
be
draw. I could maybe draw like an anime character and to make it kind of fun. But then I feel like two-thirds,
yeah.
like a fifth of the class would be like, oh, that's so cool, and then the other like 4/5 of the class would just be like, who is this guy? What a fucking weeb. and then they just lose all respect for me.
Yeah,
the students
yeah.
would call a teacher the weeb. I love
Yeah,
it.
you weeb.
Are
I
you
mean-
one of them weeb?
That's about how that would go, probably.
Yeah, I would definitely guess that would be how that would happen. But hentai of your students, Matt, I think that's I think that becomes an HR issue.
Yeah, I would
Well,
definitely get a
Schools
few
don't have
calls.
HR.
Yes,
have
yes they do. Yes
They
they
do.
do,
We-
Matt.
We
No
always
way.
learn-
What school did you go to that had HR, Andy?
Yeah, I didn't
Every-
get sent to the HR office.
This is true.
Yeah, because
That
you're
never
not
happened.
you're not an employee
What you
there.
meant for teachers or for? Oh, I think you meant for like students. I
No,
thought you
for
meant
teachers.
Human resources.
No, there's absolutely
Yeah.
human resources for teachers. Absolutely.
We
True.
we always
It's called
did
the
worry though.
union.
Like I remember when I said I was being a math teacher, a lot of people said it was just like, no, what if she gets teaching one day, and after class, one of your students comes up to you and goes, "Hey, Mr. Robertson, I found your account online." And they're just like, "What do you do?" I'm just like, "I don't know. I just told them to shut up, go away. Not mine. I don't know what you're talking about."
I could draw you some of it if you want, young Billy,
For money.
for money.
Hey,
Maybe
you
I'll
want
say the
Billy.
money.
you want that A?
Oh my god.
Give me money and I'll throw in some hentai, dude. I'll throw in the Patreon.
You gonna make an
Throw it
OnlyFans
in.
of just your drawings and shit?
Oh God.
I don't even know how OnlyFans works, honestly.
I have no idea either, honestly.
I think you just
It's only for
pay
fans.
for-
It's only that's why you guys don't get it.
Yeah. You just pay to be a fan.
Where's
I
the
guess
dude
I'm
mode
not a fan.
OnlyFans?
Not,
This is true.
no.
That is my question. Yeah.
Nope.
What?
No.
Exclusive
be-
channels content.
Yeah.
I'm cutting this. I'm
It
cutting
could be
this.
some of Noah. It could be some of
Mhm.
Noah, some of Andy's thick ponytail,
Oh my God.
which we can't even
Right.
see right now. But if you want to see the ponytail, you'd have to subscribe to our OnlyFans account.
True.
It's
Isn't like the channel member thing on YouTube just like an OnlyFans, just like in YouTube?
No,
'Cause, like, you
I'm
know how
pretty
you
sure it's,
can, like,
YouTube
pay-
partners. It's similar to like Twitch, I guess. I think, with like to subscribe, but it's like a membership thing. I don't know. That's
No, but you can
how
like
I've
release
seen it, though.
exclusive content for those people though. Like you can
Oh,
do it
yeah.
to where you can release a video that only those people can see.
Yeah.
There we go. If you guys want to see a dude mode OnlyFans, just drop a like, leave a comment.
If you made it this far into the video, please let us know.
I'm gonna
in
go
the
out on a limb and
comments.
say no one actually wants to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that no one.
Maybe
would ever
one
want to
guy.
see that.
It might be Connor.
Maybe Andy would.
Mm-hmm.
That
Who
that
knows?
defeats the
I'm the one
purpose.
with my head in my hands. I do not want to see a dude mode OnlyFans.
You're just concealing the boner. He's he stands up.
I don't know why he did that. Now everyone saw that amazing blue belt
Yeah,
that matched your T-shirt.
Yeah, it's an amazing blue belt. It's a really good blue belt.
Looking snazzy.
Where did Noah go?
I think it looks
I don't
great,
know.
Andy.
He fell down.
Andy, once you go from a blue belt, you got to get your black belt next.
True.
Is it blue? Is it? Does
Wait,
it go
I
blue?
don't think
No,
it-
you go brown. You go brown.
No, it doesn't. I don't know. I was just making.
I have no
dumbass joke.
idea. I'm looking it up now.
Matt, do you want to talk about your major now?
Yeah. You want to...
Yeah. Well, I graduated, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I graduated with college with a Bachelor of Arts in Cinema Arts and Science, with a concentration in post-production. But that basically means I like editing. The goal, once LA is opened back up, goal is to yeet across the country over to LA.
For the second time.
And for the second time, I was already there, and then coronavirus happened, and I had to drive cross country back to Illinois during the pandemic. So that was a lot of fun. But eventually, for the second time, to go back to LA and work at work on reality TV to get my non-unit hours, and then transition to scripted TV. And that's the goal as an editor, as a video editor, with all the avids and the premieres and the computers.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, by
also
the
the
way-
goal is to reach
okay.
masters in Overwatch at some point. That's,
wow.
that's like
That's the
future
important one.
map.
That's
You
the
should've
greater
started with
life
that.
goal.
You should have started with that one.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably-
I know,
probably
but
should open
that's-
up with that.
that's future Matt's problem to worry about. We'll figure that out.
Yeah,
later.
that extra 200 SR. Big gap.
So
Okay,
close.
so I'm seeing a couple different answers about like early on belts, but I'm just gonna go with the first one in the order that it gave me. So it's white, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, red, brown, black. So what
That's
color?
different from
So I would be purple next.
Oh.
Okay, so next week on the podcast,
Andy
or every
does
other
karate.
week, I forget. Andy does karate, and he gets
Next
his
time.
purple belt.
Yeah, there we go.
If you don't have a purple belt on the next podcast, I'm gonna be upset at you.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I'm leaving.
I think everyone's gonna be upset at you.
What if I just have like a black belt on then that day? What if I just exceed your expectations?
That's
You
breaking
skipped
the
a few
order.
steps.
There's no way.
He could even do it the Taekwondo way, where it's like, at least the place I went to, instead of going from like straight from white belt to yellow belt, you went from white to yellow tip, and so it was like white, and it had like a yellow line in the middle, and then you went to yellow belt. So he would be like a blue line with like a purple line in the middle, or a blue belt with like a purple line in the middle next.
No way.
There were like twice as many belts.
So I'm just not standing. What we're getting at is I'm not standing up during the next podcast. I got you.
Oh no, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, you absolutely are. Whoever's on, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna
We're gonna
DM
see
them
all
and
of
make
it.
sure that they know.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Sorry, Andy. It's just for the content, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of our podcast. We kind of decide how things go here.
Yeah.
this is-
like
okay.
we run the show.
I can't wait to see you guys on the next podcast. All right, and you guys hosting it. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for being our guest
you're
today,
gone.
Thank you. Honestly,
Thank you,
thank.
Andy.
This is
It means a lot.
You know,
Is it-
we prepared a lot. We were really ready with the days leading up to this, fully aware that this was happening.
Yeah, Mister. I'm gonna join a voice channel. Hey, do you need me at 2? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed until 2.
Every podcast that I've been a part of has been about 15 minutes after I've woken up.
Yeah,
At least you didn't have to take a shower 5 minutes before the podcast.
That's true.
that did happen with Matt. Yes.
Yes, oh well. It's me. I'm Matt.
All right, Andy. What's next? We
All
got
right.
the agenda.
So next up is I guess this question isn't super well. I guess I can extend out the time frame. So like, where do you guys see yourselves in like 2-3 years with like
LA.
In a coffin.
LA and in a coffin, honestly.
In a coffin in LA.
Yeah.
Cruising.
Hollywood,
Being in my
Hollywood
third year
Forever
of
Cemetery.
college.
Third year of college. Makes sense. Swimming with Andy in the Adriatic.
Oh my god, yeah. In Europe with the
Why?
boys.
Yeah.
Being at Andy's black belt ceremony.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. He would have that by then.
It'd be like his third attempt, but you know, we keep going just to support him.
Yeah, with those HyperX
Europe.
headphones.
True.
Yeah.
in Europe,
next
Chris?
question,
Is that
Andy.
what you said?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can do the
anyway,
ceremony.
go on, Andy.
Yeah.
Go on.
Guess we're moving on, right? Next question.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was-
you guys
I was,
didn't answer the fucking
What do you
question.
What do
We
you mean? We
did.
all
What do you
answered the
mean?
question.
We all
I think we all answered the question.
Chris said in a coffin, Rusok in LA in a coffin, and I said watching you get your black belt for the third time.
Mm-hmm.
We're done.
You didn't answer, Andy, to be fair.
Yeah, Andy, you didn't answer.
Yeah.
It could be
Feel
getting
the
your black
swarm.
belt.
Fear the swarm.
I mean, typically the guests for the podcast go first, so I don't know why you waited for us.
There's just no winning. There's
The
no
host
winning
has
win.
lost control.
I mean,
We
you
are
see
the
you
host.
invited onto this thing. This is like
Yeah,
just
you know
a
what?
recipe for disaster.
I set myself up for failure if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
I'm on a Wi-Fi hotspot right now, and I'm still running the show here. So
Surprisingly
what does that
stable.
say?
Honestly, I'm surprised. We should probably preface this. If Matt just randomly DCs, it's his internet.
Oh yeah.
we
Should've
probably
said that
should have
from the
opened that
beginning.
up. Yeah.
'Cause Comcast is just such a good internet provider, and honestly, I don't see anything wrong with them except having server outages like every week.
Is this a sponsorship?
So, I don't-
Like,
Hashtag. What's the opposite of an ad? Like a brainwash,
slam.
slander.
I don't know. Slender's
Slender.
like lies, right? Though.
It's kind of like an attack ad. Like
Yeah.
an ad can be like more than just like a like
Hashtag
we're
AA.
advertising against their
Wait.
product.
AA is Alcohol's Anonymous.
Yeah. Well,
That's
know,
where I
what can
see
you do?
myself in 3 years.
That's what do you see yourself in 3 years?
Yeah.
AA.
oh man.
There we go.
All right.
But realistically, where I see myself in
Okay.
3
yeah,
years
Yeah.
is being being an assistant editor on a reality TV program.
You don't want to be like
Not
a
like
Also
main
scripted
doing
honcho-
short
TV.
films on the side.
You don't want to do head honcho
Huh?
shit. You don't want to be the head honcho,
Head
Matt?
honcho shit.
Yeah, you don't want to
No,
be like
not in.
the main editor.
You can't be. You can't be. You can't be a head honcho editor in like 3 years in Hollywood, unless you're working with Dude Mode, and then you could be a head honcho editor without doing much work.
That, you know what? At this, the way Matt came in, yeah, that, you know what? He brings up a good point. Unfortunately, he makes a good point.
Like
That's what I'm known for.
realistically, where I would see myself in 2 or 3 years, like, sorry, I was being a little bit generous, but probably at Andy's brown belt. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but let's be realistic.
Was brown above blue?
Yeah, brown's like right
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
No, but anyway, I actually probably guess in like my third, because since I'm transferring, like art school credits don't really transfer over to math majors. So I'm gonna have to go through another. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go through another, like an additional year technically, but it's fine. So I'll probably be in like, it's still okay. Like literally like after I got like my aid, like literally 4 years at this school is less than 1 year of the art school, so it's fine. But yeah, I'll probably just.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
No, he's serious.
It's literally less
That's
than
crazy.
yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
I know, but it's like, so I'll probably just be in my third year. Honestly, as much as I'd want to have like my own place, but then I probably won't, just because it's really not worth it to like. I mean, both my parents live in town, so it's like, why would I spend that much money?
Brag
Unless I
about it.
really, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really cool. I live with my parents in my dad's basement right now. Sorry.
He's got to
Yeah.
flex on us. Oh no.
That'd be cool. Probably about that.
Sleeping on the futon.
Yeah.
I guess for me, like, probably in an absolute panic, to be honest. No, it's like what 3 years? That's like I'll be just starting, or like just about to graduate, right? So I'm either like, I've either got a portfolio built up, and I'm like, got like a set kind of thing that I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna go to work for this company, whatever, and just like start getting some experience. Or I just have no plan at all, and everything is just going to complete shit, and I'm just scrambling around trying to find any like work. But hopefully, also like my own business stuff will kind of get some more traction as well, because I do some like cinematography, like editing stuff on the side. So hopefully I can like build that brand up as well for like photography and videography, like in my area, and start making some more money off of that too. We'll see.
And hopefully that second pandemic that everyone's talking about will hit, and we'll have nothing to do for another 5 years.
5.
That new swine flu or whatever.
Yeah.
What? I haven't even heard of this. What is...
I heard like
Wait.
the 2 documented cases though were like they weren't like they weren't being like transferred to people.
I know, I'm totally over exaggerating. I think they said this has like pandemic potential or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just big news right
Pig
now.
being pigs, am I right?
Yeah.
To be fair though, if it does happen, Matt called it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
I did. Right here, right now.
The
It
date and
is
time.
documented.
I mean,
The news will like
world-
cite this clip.
Yeah.
That's how
Okay.
Dude Mode blows up.
I'm the Nostradamus of Dude Mode.
Local video
Yeah.
editor correctly predicts next coronavirus.
Next pandemic. Great. Can't
Hell
wait. Thanks, Matt. You've
You're welcome.
cursed us with the second pandemic. Thanks.
Anything for the
Unfortunately,
people.
to find the clip, they have to watch through us talking about OnlyFans as well. So there's like a barricade to where
Oh,
they really
yeah.
want
Talk about-
the information.
Talking about hentai for a bit. We did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if
Yeah,
if another
sorry,
one-
newscasters, if you
pandemic,
ever
dude,
go through
more
this.
hentai.
Yeah.
More
All right,
hentai,
Andy,
yeah.
what about you? Where do you see yourself in
3 years.
years.
Hopefully, either at the top of Overwatch contenders, if that still exists, or
As a player,
no,
As a player, let's
coach.
go.
No.
Genji vibes, dude.
My Genji's trash. Stop. don't lie
Yeah,
to
his
these
tracer
people.
though pops.
true.
My tracer's garbage. let's temper expectations here. Yeah,
But
coaching.
his horse.
My horse is fucking immaculate. Brilliant. But yeah, so coaching at the tier 2 or like maybe get into Owl by then, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And
Do it.
fingers crossed that dude mode actually is still together in 3 years, because you never know. Stupid shit can happen. Now we're all friends, but 3 years down the road, I might be fighting with Matt over how many tacos we should buy for like an in-person meeting. And
That would
ruins
actually happen, though, probably.
Yeah, no. And the type of tacos?
That could
Matt,
definitely
quick,
happen.
what type of taco would you get? You get like
Hard shell.
chicken, beef, or what's going on here?
I would get chicken tacos with a soft shell.
That's
Ooh.
I'm more of a
Okay,
soft shell taco kind of
actually
guy.
never mind. I don't think I'm gonna be arguing with Matt about that.
Really?
tacos with a hard shell.
I think
I like hard shells, but they crumble too easily. I'm more of like a
Yes,
soft.
you eat it wrong,
kinda
like
right.
a heathen. You crush it in your hands like a barbarian
That's
who doesn't know
not
what to eat.
true. I don't crush taco shells.
Show me those hands.
Alright, we're not.
You just got little boy hands, Noah. All right.
Exactly. Some of you guys can't be delicate.
Yeah, look at these. I crush
can I
a
say the fuck
taco in
word?
my hand.
I've already said it like 4 times.
Fuck you.
All right, Noah. I guess we're not getting tacos for you then. I mean,
Get my own
Okay.
shit.
Also,
That's
another thing,
unfortunate.
a soft shell taco. Just get a burrito. Like
Exactly.
they're just
No,
a
but the
better,
soft shell
soft
tacos
shell
are just
taco.
smaller. They're just smaller.
Yeah, that's
well,
like
listen, you know,
weak.
baby food for your little baby hands. But if you have baby hands, you'll
Yeah,
eat hard
yeah,
shell
yeah, yeah.
tacos.
yeah.
Little babies.
The thing is, it's not about the hand. It's about the
You're
tum
afraid
tum,
for your
dude.
tum to cut the
No,
inside of your
no,
mouth
no,
open
no,
because
no,
you're a little
no.
baby
The
boy.
tum what?
My
Are you
tum
waiting
tum,
with little-
my
little
tummy,
shards?
my stomach is small. I can't fit.
I gotta gum it down for you, Andy. Can't handle
no
the
way.
little hard shell.
This is why you're only a blue belt.
Yeah.
hey, Andy, screw you. I'm not on your side anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Get that purple belt already. What are you doing?
My schedule for work changed.
Hard shell all the way.
Matt's just trying to be stinky.
Wow.
Well,
Peer pressure.
that conversation took a
Wow.
turn.
Yeah, I did.
So anyway, I'm
my
gonna leave
God.
dude mode in 2 years and 364 days.
Ah, okay. Got you.
Right before
Just
the
to
3-year
finish
mark.
prophecy.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think Andy is
prophecy.
right about, like, we don't know what could happen. Like, I could get attacked by an emu. I couldn't even be alive anymore. Like,
Filming
said
your nature
prophecy.
documentary.
Yeah, you could
True.
genuinely
Oh my
could be attacked
God.
by an emu in your nature documentary.
that would be terrifying.
And then we have Andy's brown belt ceremony at your funeral. Give
Oh
him
my
one
God.
last good one.
Just so you
'Cause that's
could
what
be
Chris would
there.
want.
Yeah.
What is the trial? Like, isn't usually there's some kind of, like, trial by
He's
fire?
got
about,
to
like, the-
karate chop your coffin in half with you
Oh
in
my
it.
god. Like, straight through my stomach.
Yeah.
What if he hits, like, a bone and he just breaks his hand?
Nah, he's too powerful. Dude, remember we saw the
Well,
Chris, do you want one of the
body is
pandemic
like the
survivor
king.
patches?
Oh, yeah, the Plague Survivor patch.
Yeah, playing survivor patch. We can stick it on
It's
there.
like a little Boy Scout patch that says, like, Plague Survivor, and it has, like, one of those, like,
Yeah,
ones,
with like the,
you know.
the like long like mask guys on it.
Oh yeah, the
Like
plague
doctors or
doctors.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, those things are scary. Like those things
They are
legitimately
scary.
scare me.
They're definitely scaring Assassin's Creed when, like, Brotherhood, when one, like, slips up behind you, you're dead, man.
Sorry, I'm not a boomer. I don't play that game.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I don't play that game because it's
Damn it.
scary.
Sorry, I'm not a boomer. Shit. Hey man, I didn't
Okay.
realize you
It
were a
just looks too
boomer. Sorry.
difficult for me. Sorry.
I'm not
Yeah.
a boomer. I'm a zoomer. Which is
Alright.
arguably the best kind of.
All right,
oomer
Andy,
you
what's
can
next
think
on
of.
the agenda? What do we got? What's cooking up?
I love
just
that.
hit my
I love
mic.
that
I'm
Chris
all
is. I love that Chris is the one initiating the conversation to move forward.
The switch, yeah.
TZ's done with the bullshit
Just flip
sometimes.
the switch.
As soon as Matt said Zoomer, I was like, all right,
Burger.
we're going next.
Alright,
He
so-
actually, wait,
so
I didn't
we're
think
just
he
gonna
actually
wait.
did it.
No,
Okay.
there's no way. If he's saying something and he's saying he did something, I'm not surprised that he did it.
Did he DoorDash?
He used
I was-
a food ordering service that currently does not sponsor this podcast.
Oh, that's true. But weren't we talking about how bad Comcast was earlier too? So like,
Well, I think that's
Yes.
just a general
I guess.
consensus from most people in the United States.
Oh yeah.
You know what's
Okay, that's
funny?
fair.
I tried to get AT&T to because they have like gigabit internet, and I tried to give them all the money I have, but they're not in my area. So they said,
Really?
"Sorry, sir, we can't
Wow.
accept your money because we're not in your area."
I'm just,
Oh,
I,
then
at this point,
how does my neighbor have it? Because it's not in my area.
I'm
Okay,
just waiting for
AT&T,
Google
don't accept my
Fiber to
money.
take over the entire U.S. and everyone is happy.
That would
with
be
their internet
fantastic.
Google
service.
Fiber, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
I'm just waiting for that because
I'm surprised I've been on the internet for this long.
honestly, I'm surprised you haven't disconnected yet.
Yeah,
You have,
I
like,
might
a
have to
data
use this
limit?
for scrims tonight.
Do you have a?
I
Oh
have a data
no.
limit?
Yeah.
No,
you have,
I'm on
like, unlimited
Xfinity's
data.
free Wi-Fi hotspot that usually doesn't work
great.
when they have server outages, so I'm surprised it's even working. But I can't connect to my internet, so Xfinity hotspot internet.
Honestly, I was kind of expecting you to just like do what Connor did, because Connor was on his phone in the first episode.
Really?
Yeah, Connor was on his phone just so he'd have a camera.
He got
I
it.
don't
He
even
got
know.
it.
What kind of
Alright.
burger did you get? Let's see
Like
it.
a double bacon something or other
Double bacon.
From where?
something.
from Freddy's.
Let's see the fucking burger now.
Yeah,
I'm good.
we've been waiting for this.
What do you think I'm trying to do? Impatient fucks.
Well, you said
It's
you were in
just
the
not a taco.
basement. You could have gone like while you were walking down. You could have opened it up. Like,
It's like
There it
ooh,
is.
there's
that.
the burger. Wait, pick it up
That's really
and show
good.
it to the camera.
it's really like overflowing. Kind
This
of
is now a food review
Oh
podcast.
wow, that looks really
wow.
good. I'm gonna have to eat lunch after
There
this.
he goes. Me too.
Yeah.
Again, we should go get burgers, guys. I might go get a burger after this.
I can't.
I might just.
I
make
only
my
eat one
own
meal a
burger.
day, and now it's dinner. So
I'll drive and bring you a burger, Matt.
thank you very much.
Have
Yeah.
fun with
All
that
right,
drive.
again. Andy, what is next on the agenda?
All right.
Chris
On
lives
the-
like 5 minutes away from me by teleportation.
Incorrect.
Okay. What are your biggest fears about your career path that you've decided to go on?
Snakes.
Emus.
All I heard was fears, and I was like, oh, and I thought we were doing a thing where it pops right into your head again. So I was like, oh, snakes.
Yeah.
But then
emus and
I
snakes.
listened to the rest of the sentence,
You don't like
and
snakes?
then
Yeah.
Snakes are cute.
no, I have
Okay.
a what is it called? Irrational fear. Yeah.
Oh,
I
like
have-
actually.
Okay.
I have a story
Actually.
about that. So
Snakes.
Matt
Are you
and
gonna
I.
do the thing again where you go like that?
That gave me PTSD just by looking at Andy imitate a snake.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
So Matt and I, along with Merlin, who has yet to be on the podcast, and someone we don't talk to anymore, we're gonna call that person Massachusetts because Connor called them Massachusetts last time. So we're gonna stick with the theme. Said person is Massachusetts. So Massachusetts, Merlin, Matt and I went to the zoo in Chicago, and we went to the reptile like building, and I don't think I've ever seen Matt so uncomfortable and so scared to be in a building in my life. This man
The reptile building? No. No,
he
the reptile
refused
I
to go
refuse.
anywhere near any of the glass.
I just stayed in the middle. I just stayed
Yeah.
in the middle. There's no way. If it was up to me, I would never go into a reptile building in a zoo ever in my entire life. But of course, I had to babysit Andy in Massachusetts, so we were in
Why do you have to
the
babysit
reptile
me?
wing. We had to because you look like you could be babysat, and
No.
when
I had
was
to
the
babysit
adult-
you because you were so
Oh.
scared.
That's not how I remember it. So there was no way I was getting anywhere near any of those glasses. And lizards are cool, but like, they're near snake cages, and so they could be like, the glasses could be touching. I don't want snake anywhere near my eyesight at all. If I look at it, if I was trapped in a room it was just me. It was, imagine like a police interrogation room, and there's me sitting at the table, and the snake cop comes in. I would literally I would fall over and let it eat me. I could not handle being in a room with a
Why
snake.
couldn't it just have been a snake? Does it have like a hat?
Well, because we were in an yeah, he has a hat and a little badge, and that's even scarier because I mean, a snake that
Does he
could
have like
arrest me. Oh.
Does he have like a 5 o'clock shadow too? Like a coffee?
Yeah, he has a cup of coffee and a donut.
And a
yeah.
donut. How does he hold it though? Because he only has like he doesn't have arms.
What's his rattle? I don't know.
So it's a rattlesnake.
Wait,
too,
so
yeah?
you're scared of
Yeah.
snakes?
Oh yeah, if you didn't get that, yeah,
Well,
for sure.
You see, Rusok, I was born in the year of the snake, so you should be terrified of me.
Okay,
I am officially Rusok's greatest nightmare personified.
you're right. You're right. It's true. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at those claws. Look at
is
those
this? What
snake
is-
claws.
Oh wait,
Oh,
that's
those, like,
the
different
ponytail. This
snakes?
is ponytail. Only fans only.
Oh my bad.
Oh yeah, you can't shoot with Annie.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
Start over now.
I mean, this ponytail
Oh,
kind of
you know
looks
what?
like a snake. You afraid, Matt? Oh, he's cautious.
I actually really like snakes though. I think they're cool.
No, false. The only good thing I will say, the only good thing about snakes is that they eat rats and rodents, which is great. But like, if they just didn't exist, that'd be great too.
I heard snakes.
What's
taste
worse, a
pretty good.
snake or a rodent? Like, are you more
Snake.
afraid of a rat or a snake?
Would
Yeah,
you eat a snake?
Snake, no.
you wouldn't eat it. Like, it's dead, Matt. Like, why wouldn't you eat
No.
a snake? They
No.
fear you. If you
Because
ate
they,
a
they
snake,
could grow inside of me.
No.
What?
Is that not how it works?
No.
no, he's right. It's like if you swallow like the seeds of a watermelon, you know,
Yeah,
it'll like
see?
grow inside of you. Yeah.
Yeah, because then I would be Snake Man, part human, part snake,
Would
and
you be
I would just kill myself.
Afraid of yourself, yeah. Hey, what was
Yeah.
the question again, by the way? I just,
Slither my way off the roof.
Snake. It just says can't control the demon inside.
it's like a movie poster. Can we make that,
Like,
please?
going after the burger.
It's like our first merch idea. Is for... oh, it's Suko. Look at him.
And
Well,
now the
it's-
podcast is saved from all the snake
Yeah,
talk.
the
Thank
the
God.
podcast has been
He's
saved.
just looking. He's just looking at my burger.
It's
I mean-
Noah's cat who loves me more than it loves Noah.
My cat loves a lot of people more than it loves me. Bye, Super.
Oh, why?
So,
All
so,
right,
to,
so
answer,
anyway,
to answer your
what was the
question about the
question?
question, the question is, what are your biggest fears about the career path that you've
God, that
chosen?
was
to go on?
Oh,
Oh,
It
I
wasn't the
think that-
question.
about
I've got a good one for that. It's just getting like really far down the line and then just realizing like I'm actually miserable. Like getting into it and then just being like, damn. Like,
well,
I
that's
would
why we have
rather-
dude mode.
no, like even that, like getting down the line and realizing like, damn, I would have rather been like an architect or something like that. You know, something
That's
just
fair.
so weird. But then I could just like open up like a little bakery. I could learn a lot about bread, and then I could just that's the
The
fallback.
Chris Bakery.
The
I
crisp,
love it.
crispy, crispy.
Crispy.
Crispy bits.
No, crispy cream with a
Crispy
C.
cream.
So you're
Crispy
not.
cream.
Crispy cream with a
That's
C.
never been
There
a
we
thing
go.
before. That's never been done before. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Crispy
Yeah,
cream.
but
Okay.
it's with C's,
Good.
so you can't get sued.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Anyway.
I'm done. That was it. That was my whole thing.
I guess mine would be probably like realizing that maybe I should have stuck with art a bit longer, but I'm honestly not like that concerned about it, just because it's like I'm always gonna be able to draw. Like if I really really want to go hard at it later in my life, I can. I just realized I'd rather be a little bit more financially stable first, if that makes sense. I feel like
True.
it's like it's not as a bad thing, but like I feel like it can be like a little bit bad. Is that today like I feel like people kind of like over glorify like hustle culture. You know what I mean? It's like I know it's like at least in the concept art industry, you'll see like 23-year-olds, like 24-year-olds that are like already working on like major motion pictures. You know what I mean? You're just like, and they're just like working like all the time, and it's like wow, that's awesome that they have like that like drive and everything. But like That's like not for everyone. I feel like a lot of people are just like,
True.
oh, if I'm not already like doing all this by the time I'm like 27, you know what I mean? Like I might as well quit. It's like that's not true. There are like a lot of people that start that kind of thing not until like 40. But because really it doesn't really matter how old you are. It matters how good you are at your thing.
It's the American.
Yeah, because like, true. Because plus you really need to go to like you kind of need to go to school to become a math teacher, or like not kind of like you need to, but like you don't really need to go to school to become an artist.
Yeah.
Like you can just kind of learn to draw, you know, without art school, or like learn to do a lot of that stuff without art school. But it's math. I mean, sure you can learn math too without art school, but you can't like get certified to teach without not art school, but like school.
The only thing they care about in those kind of creative fields is who you know and how good you are. That's about
Which
it.
brings me to my point is when I get to, my biggest fear is when I get out to LA, all the contacts I made are never gonna want to talk to me, and then I won't have any way to get into the industry, and then I'm stuck in LA and I'll become like a tent guy.
A tent guy.
Yeah, like a guy who sells tents, because that's the only way I could make a living.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad.
What else could that have meant? Is it just
glad
me?
you
What
know
else
that.
could that have meant?
I
A
thought you
guy
were
who
living
lives
in a tent. Yeah, a guy who lives
Oh,
in a
I would
tent on the
also.
road.
Well, I would live in a tent and sell tents.
What? Where would you keep the tent?
That's
In the tent?
In the tent.
So you have to have a pretty big tent.
Yeah.
Well, here's what you would do, right? This is kind of what I was thinking about when I would eventually never get a job in LA. Is I would put all my money into this one big tent, and then you put a tent behind it and a tent on the side, so that you form a mega tent. And then you cut a hole in like the wall so they're like doors, and then you make a tent house, and then you put your folded up tents in the one tent room, and then you sell the tents out of there, and then you become tent man.
Why don't you just
I
use
thought
the
you
doors in the tents? Like, why don't you get a tent? Most tents have like 2 doors. Why would you cut a hole? Why wouldn't you just like put one?
Also, how are you
Like-
getting the 2 extra tents and all the other tents you're selling when you use all your money for the big tent?
He would need like more money, I think, to get a stock.
No, but
you know?
he said I used all my money on the big tent.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
How did you get everything else?
Steal. You have to steal some tents to get the like.
Your plan has holes in it, Rusok. You'll never be like your
so does
older
my
brother.
tent.
He
So
was
does my
his
tent. My tent has holes in it too, but you don't see me complaining about that.
Also, what if a snake got in
figure
the
it out.
tent?
I'd be dead.
It's just instant.
That was the
It-
last
it
you'd ever
gets-
hear of me.
It gets
Wow.
in, he's instantly just gone. He has a heart attack on the
Man
spot.
attacked by snake. You can see it in the headlines.
Not even attacked. Tent man dies of heart attack after seeing Snake.
Big snake.
Or, in a superhero-like fashion, Tent Man versus Snake Man. Who would win? Find
Snake
out
Man.
this Sunday in the WWS Worldwide Snakes.
Rusok's just there, like on the street, going like, okay, like about to sell someone a tent. And he goes, I am required by law to tell you that there is a non-0% chance that there might be a snake in this tent.
There's a non-0% chance.
That there might be a snake in this tent.
I think all restaurants or businesses should all apply to that snake code.
'Cause I am required
code.
by law to inform
Use code
you.
snake to get.
I need to
30%
know
off.
whether or not I need to know whether or not there are snakes in any part of any business that I am at. If there's a snake in a Wendy's, they need to disclose that to me. Otherwise, I'm never going to Wendy's ever again. That
Have you heard
spicy
about-
chicken sandwich can say goodbye, honestly.
Did you know that there's a restaurant you can go to where you can eat a live beating cobra heart?
Now, you
What?
see, I would
Why?
I would
Humans are so
No.
weird. Like, who thought, like, I'm gonna
True.
serve Cobra Heart? Just because. You know? Was it just me, or did Andy just, like, teleport for just a second?
he
I don't know if
did.
anybody was
I
like,
thought
okay,
that was my
yeah.
internet.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
it's
I thought that was
definitely, that's
my
definitely my
Comcast.
internet. That was
Okay,
definitely my
yeah.
internet.
Andy,
saw him go.
What about you? Oh,
Yeah,
what is
you
your
tell us
biggest
about your
fear?
snake problem?
That we might ruin your podcast because that's already set in stone.
That's already
that
happened.
happened
You know
already.
that's
Well, not his
that happened
podcast,
within
though.
this podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm-
it's no
this
longer
is-
your podcast, like Noah said.
This isn't gonna get any views.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna get all of the views.
Not
what are you
even
talking
us.
about?
We'll
We're not
make
even
sure
gonna
of
watch
it.
this.
I'm not gonna watch it. We talked about snakes. I can't watch it again.
So my biggest fears with what I'm doing and what I'm going for. Well, A, that my degree is not going to mean anything to me. Well, which is most likely going to happen. But it just feels like I just wouldn't be happy with biology. But if I end up really going into that, I just don't feel like I'd be happy. So there's that. But then there's like the coaching stuff of like maybe I just don't get on the right teams. Maybe I don't get on the right path, and I don't meet the right people to get to where I want to be. So maybe that happens. Hopefully it doesn't. But also, Overwatch just dying as a game, and just not me just not having a career path anymore, because that would suck.
Won't, 'cause Overwatch 2 will come out, so you're
Fuck
fine.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
But also, you might get on Dallas Fuel's academy team, and then I would consider a change of career.
then you're fucked. Yeah.
I don't even think they have an academy team, but if they do,
No.
Not
Sorry,
anymore.
Andy.
The
Is
Team
Dal-
Envy disbanded.
Is
Oh,
Dallas
really?
Fuel
There you
not
go.
good?
Wow.
no,
That
not
Dallas
really.
feels not
No.
good.
What about?
No, Andy's gonna change that though. He's gonna come in and he's gonna.
If you turned around Dallas Fuel, like a bad team,
Yeah,
if you turned around a bad team,
exactly.
dude, think about how like
Take
big brain.
arrow spot from them.
You got to be like the leader that like turns the band of misfits into like a unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day that'll be what I'm doing. But those are kind of
Or
like my
hide
biggest
behind-
fears.
Reaches contenders,
Is Shanghai
and then
Dragons good?
all of
Shanghai Dragons is
they are
probably
now.
one of the best teams.
Let's go!
They're number 1 or 2.
I like them because they're red and they got a dragon on them.
Yeah.
Wow,
Hell
it's
yeah.
almost like they're the Shanghai Dragons.
Yeah, let's go Shanghai Dragons. Let's go Shanghai. Yeah, I bet they use Genji. Right?
Actually, I haven't seen their matches
All
from
right,
this week, so
next
probably.
question.
Welcome to our Overwatch League podcast, everyone.
Yeah.
All right, now we take the opposite. We do a complete 180, and now I ask, what are you most excited for about your career path?
Emus.
Snakes.
Andy's brown belt.
Except it's not true. I hate snakes. I actually don't
Me too, I
enjoy
hate emus. Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
Yeah.
Do you guys see
Chris,
his
what if there was an
swimming
emu
pictures in the
snake
background?
hybrid?
What if we all
Wow,
get
we would be fucked. We would be so dead. Like
Yeah,
Matt,
honestly.
we would have to band together to fight it, but we'd probably die anyways.
It could be.
Imagine a snake that
Yeah.
can move at like over 30 miles per hour.
Isn't that Andy in the swimming pool?
Yeah, that's what they called him. But what would it be called? The Sneemu.
A Sneemu?
No, I just imagine Andy, well, like straight like this, but like doing this in a pool, just going 30 miles per hour.
He's doing it.
I can't unsee that. That is something I cannot unsee.
Can we get an animation done of that, like where we can see Andy just like?
Can we call Rachel? Can Rachel do that?
Yeah.
Can Noah draw that?
Maybe.
All right.
He'll just have like big tits
Sneemu.
and longer hair and.
The
You know?
Sneemu. After this
love
is
it.
done, I'm gonna Photoshop the Sneemu. I think it would have like the head of
Yeah.
the snake, but then like the body
think
of
it
the
would.
ostrich or the emu,
Can-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
they have
emus have
wings?
tails?
Yeah.
Not
Emu.
really.
They're super long. They're like
Yeah.
they're like the.
Can you put a
the tails
snake
that can
tail at
kinda
the end?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have like the rattlesnake tail, so it like rattles when
Yeah.
he's running. Wow,
That's fucking terrifying.
terrifying.
Imagine
It
that
is
noise.
Terrifying, yeah.
What?
Oh
Oh,
god.
you'd be.
You guys
I'd
are
be
crazy.
dead in a second.
I think
So what
I
was
think
the
that'd be
question?
like the most dangerous animal. Yeah. The question, like, what hopes we have about like our career.
Oh yeah, the
Like,
question.
Like looking forward to or like excited.
Yeah. What are you
about?
most
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
for?
I'm excited for like the growth of this channel. Honestly, I think we're on track to grow. If we keep kind of keeping the consistency that we're doing right now and keep improving.
Road
So I
to
think
100
it's
subs.
yeah. I think it's just like more of a matter of time, and then also because of that, I'm just excited to see like what opportunities arise because of this specifically. As for like my own like cinematography stuff, I'm just excited to, make connections, but
The
really
Oscar?
just like what.
win your Oscar?
No, not the Oscar. I'm not like a big like I'm not like really set on that. I'm just more like the experiences I'm gonna have like
Win 2 Oscars.
because of
Yeah.
We get it, this guy.
yeah. But anyways,
Damn.
but yeah, like the experiences I'm gonna have because of like where photography or cinematography like could take me, and just like where in the world I'll like maybe hopefully get to travel because of it, because that's like something that I'm really like passionate about, is actually like traveling and seeing new things, like meeting new people. So yeah, just experiences in general, the unpredictability, that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, that experience of winning his 3rd Oscar.
3rd. Yeah, I might have to miss Andy's brown belt ceremony.
Oh, don't worry, he'll
Accept the
never get
Oscar.
there. I mean,
Oof.
Wow. Prove him wrong, Andy. They don't call you the Sneemu for nothing,
We have a ton of shirt ideas from this podcast.
We do.
Snake Man, Tent Man, Sneemu, Andy. I love it.
I
Get
think
to
there's
it.
A couple others too. Yeah, wow.
Anyway.
All right, who's next? Noah.
Anyway, Noah.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing I'm most excited for is, or not like excited for, but more just kind of like happy for, is that like both my parents are teachers. I have a lot of family friends that are teachers, and then like from what they're all telling me, they're just like, yeah, being like, if you're like a math or science teacher right now, or like you're gonna find a job like really really easily, like and like starting salary. I know people always joke about like, oh, like teachers don't make any money, but they make enough money to live. It's not like you're like balling out on the weekends. You know what I mean? But it's just like I'm just looking forward to like that kind of like stability. You know what I mean? Just being able to, because it's not like you go to like after you like get certified to be a teacher, you kind of just get thrown in. There's no like in between period where like you're like kind of like an apprentice, right? Because you do that while you're in college. So it's like literally you graduate, it's like, okay, go be a teacher now. And I think that'll be nice to have that sort of consistency.
Yeah.
So unlike Chris, I hate meeting new people. So the thing I'm most excited for is as an editor, being locked in my room, crafting compelling stories for the entire world to see, all them good TV shows on Netflix. I'm really excited if the opportunity presents itself to edit a Netflix show. That would be sick. That would be great. And the other thing I'm really excited for is this eye floater to go away, because it's been here for a while now.
Did you go to the eye doctor?
I did.
Wow.
I rubbed my eye is perfectly fine, but the doctor's like, you rubbed your eye too hard, didn't you? I'm like, yeah, I did, putting in my contact. And he was like, yeah, because you're super nearsighted and you're insanely almost blind, you might have more floaters than usual. I'm like, oh, thanks, doc. Good old doctor giving me the positivity that I need, telling me how nearsighted I am.
So it'll go away, but like...
Oh, probably.
Okay.
If not, I'll just live with a little floater. Little floater, my buddy in the side.
What's his name?
Tommy.
The doctor's name.
Tommy.
Where does he live?
No.
Where does he live at Rusok?
No.
We asked you a question. Rusok.
Please don't
Where
make
does he
me do
live?
extra work.
Is your doctor's
No.
name Tommy? Is that what you
Where does he
named
live,
Tommy?
Rusok?
No Chris, no Noah. My doctor's name is nothing.
All right.
That's a crazy name.
We're gonna kill that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
gonna
Is
kill
it Dr.
Nothing?
Nothing, or is Nothing his first name?
Dr. Nothing.
Dude,
Dr. Nothing. That would be a great name. Imagine having the last name of Nothing. How cool that would be.
How cruel would your parents be? Mr. or Mrs. Nothing?
You are
Andy Nothing. Chris Nothing. Noah Nothing. Matt Nothing.
Dude, I haven't gone to the eye
Andy
doctor in a
Nothing?
while. Every time
That's
I
an
went to
Andy
the eye
Nothing.
doctor, though, like my vision would get worse. And every time I'd be like, "Why?" I'd be like, "Oh, my vision keeps getting worse." And he's like, "I swear to God, the last like 4 times I've gone to the eye doctor, he's always just said, "Oh no, it'll probably stabilize out about here." But every time I go, it gets a little bit worse.
Oh my
It's just like every
god.
time he says the same thing. "Oh, don't worry, it'll stabilize out." But it just keeps.
Dude, eyes
getting
be
worse.
whack.
Yeah, I've noticed my vision getting worse like in quarantine, I think, because I think I've been like looking at computers more than usual, and I'm getting
Yeah.
like more nearsighted. That's why I'm like wearing the glasses more often, is because like I can't see as well as I did before.
I hate wearing my glasses, so if I could wear contacts every day, I do.
Hey, you're right, Rusok.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Did you just throw your glasses?
You just threw him.
I can't
You
see.
just-
I can't see what you guys are doing.
Jinkies. I was hoping people would be talking over me when I said that, but
No.
it was really quiet when I said that.
Andy, what
so.
are your career hopes? What do you want? Huh?
Well, owl?
Yeah, obviously I want to go owl. And I think that'll be fun. Like just to go, especially if they keep the homestand and the home series like model going and it actually like works. I'm hoping that kind of like that the travel would be really fun. It'll be really tiring, but it'll also be really fun. So I'm hoping for that. But also just looking forward to meeting new people and just making contacts and just getting my foot into the industry. I mean, my foot's already in, but like just getting it even more in and more in is just a lot of fun. And then hopefully being that guy that gets other people into the industry as well. Instead of
Put up in there.
I don't even know what you said.
So you really get your foot up in there, you know, like real in there.
Yep, those are my goals. Those are my hopes, and yeah. So, that concludes the talk about our career paths. That took way longer than I expected it to, honestly. But I guess I'm not surprised, because
Yeah.
I should have looked at this group and be like, "Yep, this is gonna be stupid, and we're gonna get off track." So.
That
Chaos.
yeah, I feel like the percentage of like on track to off track on this podcast, it's probably like 50-50, if not like
Even?
No
skewed.
way. It's 60. It's
More
65.
skewed,
It's 65,
60.
35.
It's been an hour and 20 minutes.
He's
Yeah.
right.
Has it
It's-
really?
It has.
Cool.
I feel like at least 20 minutes of that was talking about snakes and emus.
Sneemu.
Sneemoos.
It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Andy, you're majoring in biology, right? You could be like that crazy scientist that like
Nope.
experiments with
Stop
like
yourself now.
combining animals,
Nope.
and you could
Andy
make the
could-
Sneemu.
Andy could be like Adam Sandler in 50 First Dates because he's also a biologist. I think he's a marine biologist in that movie. And
I'm not
you,
a boomer, so I haven't seen that movie.
all right, well, you just hate cinema then. You just hate film and you just hate having fun. But that's like okay because you like hard tacos, I guess. So Andy could meet a woman
He's
in
really coming at me,
Hawaii
dude.
that has short-term memory loss, and that they could make a movie about the biologist becoming in love with the girl or something.
Or it could be like
becoming
Spy Kids.
in love with the girl or something.
Oh my god.
Cause he meets the girl in Hawaii and they start
Yeah,
becoming
yeah.
in love, and then they make the movie about the Semu while they're becoming in love.
Yes. Obviously, I'd be a great director, and that's about it.
Yep.
that's the end of the podcast.
I want to see more becoming of love here. You know, I see that you're in love, but I'm not seeing it.
You're not becoming it.
Yeah, you're not becoming in love.
Or it could be
Right,
like Spy
Andy?
Kids 2, like the Island of Dreams with the thumb things, and like
Oh yeah.
he's like the, you know,
This burger is making my
and he's the
stomach hurt.
weird guy.
Were you Sky
Wow.
High or Spy Kids back in the day?
Oh,
I like Sky
wait,
High.
okay. I think Sky High was like a better. I think it was a good movie, but I just think like the Spy Kids like trilogy. I mean,
It was
still.
iconic.
It was
Spy
I
Kids
like
iconic.
Sky High.
iconic. I
Yeah.
like Sky
Well,
High.
that's
It was
what I'm
the
saying.
first
Sky
movie I
High was
saw, and
good.
then I saw Spy
Yeah.
Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Sky High. I have.
He's going, what is happening?
Well,
I
I
have
think
Spy
Sky High
Kids
was
on-
better, right? But like
Yeah.
Spy
I
Kids
have-
is more iconic.
I
I
have.
don't know.
I have Sky High on VHS.
Like,
Yeah.
like literally though, like you know, and like My Hero Academia, it's literally just Sky High the anime.
I mean, yeah,
Never
that's
saw it.
true.
But
I'm
I
just
assume
thinking,
that's true.
there's the classic iconic like quote, you know, do you think God lives in heaven because he too has feared what he has created?
Yeah.
And that's just
Steve
Andy,
Buscemi.
right? Yeah.
Isn't he
that would be
riding on
Andy
like a
saying that.
Sneemu or something in that movie?
He has some kind of
remember
weird
when he like
animal.
lifts up the table? He gets his power, he like lifts up the lunch table, like
Yeah.
throws it at the guy. I like that.
Wait,
That guy
no,
was
that was Sky High. We're talking about
Yeah.
Spy Kids Island of Dreams.
That's
here.
Spy Kids.
Oh, the only thing I
Yeah.
remember from Spy Kids is you ruined my dream journal.
Yeah.
Was that Spy Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
no,
was also.
no, Shark Boy Lava Girl.
That was Shark Boy. You're getting this all mixed
Oh
up.
yeah.
yeah.
I think Spy Kids, they say shiitake mushrooms, right? I think that was
Yeah.
that was the most insane thing from my school. I heard that all the time.
Have you actually ever had
Really?
shiitake mushrooms?
No.
I think I had them like once like in a soup and they were actually really good.
Are they made by snakes? 'Cause
Talking
no.
mushrooms.
No, they're
No,
like I think it's like a certain way of like I don't know.
Chris, I hate you.
You guys like mushrooms?
Why?
I've grown to like them, but not.
Yes, dude,
not
mushrooms.
as-
I,
I
think they're
used to hate
underrated.
them, but like last
underrated.
week, I roasted some in a pan, and they're like
Yes.
amazing.
They're good. Like mushrooms like are underrated. People just like need to give them a chance, you know?
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
had some on pizza like a few weeks ago. That was really
Yes,
good.
mushrooms on pizza is so good.
Yeah, right?
Like onion. Have you ever
Anyway,
had onion?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah. Back to the
Onion,
yeah.
I had green onion. We had green pepper, onions, mushroom on my pizza, and it was really good.
He
Dude,
said
Green
Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and then he went straight back to green onions. He didn't even like stop. He did not miss a beat.
And-
between going through
Wait,
those
green onion.
things.
Wait, green onion. You mean
Yeah.
green pepper?
I said green pepper, but then I
Oh.
also put onions on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, also
Yes.
one more thing about Spy Kids. The Spy Kids 3, right? The guy.
Yeah.
That's like Andy. That's like
Elijah. Are you
Wasn't
talking
there,
about
like-
Elijah Wood?
Wasn't one of those
Who's
like
in there?
yeah, he was.
wasn't one of those movies like 4D? So it was like they sprayed like smell
What?
in the theater.
That might have been Spy Kids 3. Because
Spy
they
Kids
were like
3?
in the video game.
Yeah, I think it was like Spy Kids
Yeah.
3 in 4D.
Which one
Like
was
it's
George
3D
Lopez
and
in?
4D.
Do you guys remember George
Lopez,
Lopez?
he
was
was
in
in
that
Shark Boy and Lava
Shark Boy and
Girl
Lava Girl.
because he was the
Mr.
teacher.
Electric- was he?
Dad.
All right,
Yeah.
that was a good discussion. Andy, what do we got next on the plate?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I don't know if you guys realized just how horrified he looked throughout that entire like segment of just.
I just thought this podcast was supposed to be us having a conversation, but Andy has these alt topics, and he's one of Mr. Electricity Dad incarnate. All right.
To be fair, we
Trying to
jumped
control
from
everyone.
cinema like Adam Sandler to Spy Kids to Shark Boy and Lava Girl to Green Onions, back to Shark Boy and Lava Girl, back to Green Onions and Green Bell Peppers. We also had mushrooms somewhere in there, and then back to Spy Kids, and now we're out of the whole like.
Yo, but speaking of Adam Sandler, like,
Wormhole.
do you see that one?
Oh my!
I haven't
God.
seen.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen Uncut Gems yet. Don't spoil it. I still
Oh,
have to
we
watch
watched
Uncut
that
Gems.
movie the
We
other
watched
night.
that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, you
it's
told
like-
me.
I
Or
think
Chris
it's a
was
pretty
good.
good movie, but like it's not the type of movie I like. Movies that make me happy. It definitely doesn't make you happy.
Yeah,
I
Noah-
assume that. I just heard it was super stressful the
get
entire
to see him
time you
naked.
watched it.
Noah's a big
Really?
a big anime guy. Is the
Yeah.
thing, right?
It's
Noah
not even
doesn't
just
like-
anime. It's not even just anime. Just movie. When I watch a movie, I don't want to walk away from the movie going, "Wow, I feel awful." I want to walk away from a movie going, "I feel
That's
good."
fair.
So I mean,
That's fair.
typically more like animated movies like do have that more happy ending. But like if I saw a movie with like real people that had that happy ending, I would love it. It's just
Adam Sandler's 51st Dates has a happy ending.
True.
okay. Well, I guess I'll watch it later.
What
But like
what
my
Noah's trying to say is that he can't handle the harsh reality of the
Yeah.
jewelry industry.
although
Actually,
though my favorite movies is the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, which I guess is a children's movie, but
that's
It's my
fair. Yeah.
favorite.
I
No,
also like
because
this
you're
one
gonna
how
become like
Andy
a.
has just muted his mic entirely. The little glowing
fine.
thing is just
I
off.
don't know.
now.
This is our
Yeah,
podcast.
you know, it
anyway,
doesn't
you're
matter.
just a guest.
So Noah,
Yeah.
now that you're becoming like a mathematician or whatever, and you're going to college, are you going to get a doctorate so you could do like the Good Will Hunting, like insane like equation kind of thing, or you could be like Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover, where you see the equations in your mind?
Um,
Are you going to get a doctorate? Is my question, I guess?
the only version of that movie that I've ever seen was the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends spinoff. I actually have no idea
Oh,
what
okay.
Good Will Hunting is actually
Yeah.
about.
It's my favorite movie of all time, and it's Matt Damon. in it.
Really?
Does that,
And
does it have
Robin
a happy-
Williams.
Does it have a happy ending?
It does have a happy ending. It
Okay,
does.
well, you know, it's on the list. It's on the list of Rusok
It's-
happy
it's
ending
my f-
movies that I need to watch.
It's true. It's my favorite movie of all time, and you
51st
could
whatever
be
and Good Will.
the, and
Yeah,
you could be the mathematician in it who does
Why,
the
'cause I'm
like
Asian?
insane. No, because you are getting a mathematician doctorate.
Yeah, how do you know that though? Is it because of my race?
No. What? No. Stop. Please.
Okay, Andy.
Anyway, are you
Andy.
actually gonna get a doctorate?
Oh my god.
Or no?
No, I'm probably just gonna get like my like 4 years like bachelor degree, and I might go back to get certified to teach college.
Maybe get a master's or
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
master's, not a doctorate. Dr.
Yeah.
Noah. Nice.
Doctor, no, I don't like the way that sounds, dude. I'm
Maybe
not
not.
qualified to be a doctor.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, Chris.
Yeah, Andy. What's going on?
So before we went on the big tangent, I was gonna close out
Yeah.
the podcast and do all of that,
Oh.
but then we got into that, and so that
Wow.
I'll do it
happened.
for you. Andy, thanks for being on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, it's really good to have people
Yeah.
join us every now and then. You know,
Mhm.
Chris, Rusok, and I, we really do a lot to make sure this whole thing comes together. So we really appreciate you being on.
Exactly.
This has been the high voltage something dude mode, whatever. And
max efficiency.
Fearless
Yeah.
form.
If you guys want to see more episodes with Matt, Noah, and I, and possibly Andy coming back on as a
Yeah.
guest,
We'll
please
have to
drop a
see.
like.
You gotta
Also,
decide
leave
the date.
comments in the drop a like, leave a
Alright.
comment.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you on the next one. Bye.
All right, everyone.
Bye.
let's just
All
leave.
right, and
Everyone
someone
leave
end the
Discord.
recording and
Everyone-
Yeah.
Everyone gets leave. Everyone gets leave.
There we
3,
go.
2, 1. Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Okay, that just happened. I don't even know what to say. So, if anything, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far in the podcast, I know it was really chaotic. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. If you want to see any of us do our own little thing, all of our socials, all of our YouTube channels will be in the description below. So go check those out for sure. If you want to see more Dude Mode content, we do stream every single Sunday. If it's not a holiday, obviously, because we skipped Father's Day. But if you want to see us stream and do all that stuff and interact with us a little bit more, go check out the stream. It'll be in the description below. All of the group channel, YouTube channel, social medias will be in the description below as well. But again, if you did enjoy the video, leave a like. It definitely helps us make this podcast grow, makes the channel grow as well. If you want to see more podcasts, if you want to see more gaming videos, so on and so forth, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. It'll give you notifications every single time we go live, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.